Welcome, Jordan here. There's a beautiful quote from a man named Neville Goddard, which is live in the wish fulfilled. And I love this quote. It's one of my favorite ones because it represents who we need to be at every moment to truly bring what we desire into reality in this now moment. Live in the wish fulfilled. But what I've come to realize from my own journey and from serving clients is that living in the wish fulfilled requires you to be comfortable and safe in that wish fulfilled. So let's dive into this. When we look at the word safety, what does it mean? It means we feel safe, we feel secure in that environment, around that person, with this event, with everything that's going on. So safety and comfort are similar. Comfortable is I'm comfortable. This is normal to me. This is normal to me for me to be experiencing this. So, okay, we have safety and comfort out of the way. Now let's look at some of the aspects of human history that have evolved over time, because this plays a massive role in how we are wired and how our nervous system and subconscious respond to the things around us. Because if we are going to be living in the wish fulfilled, then that wish fulfilled must be comfortable to us. It must be safe for us to live there, or else subconsciously we will not want to live there. Right? This is a key thing, because oftentimes we can create desires of new money, new income, new life, new relationship. But if all of those things mean the opposite of safety, terror, trauma, pain, if all of those things represent that to you, then living in the wish fulfilled is not going to be possible, because it requires you to live in a state that you don't want to be in. So you will subconsciously reject that, because you and your subconscious does not want to put you in danger. The subconscious is there to protect you from things that may have happened in the past. So let's look at human history. When we look at many, many, many years ago, we grew up in tribes. We were part of co-living communities. Now, of course, there were their own threats there and their own things going on, different time in humanity. And when we were born into these tribes, there was an element of safety surrounding us. We had family that was surrounding us. We had a community that was extended family, technically for the family that we had. And all of it was a co-creation. This was a beautiful time. Obviously, it had its own set of challenges, but it was a beautiful time. So when we are brought into that world, into that tribe, we had this element of safety where we were learning how to be a man. If we were a boy, we were learning how to be a man. If we were a woman, we were learning how to be a woman based off the community that we were living in. So when we look at today, we look at the fact that we're not born into tribes. Sometimes we're not even born into full families. We have one parent, or maybe there is a parent that's kind of there, kind of not there. And we're brought into anything but community, where we actually are brought into a world of separation. We're brought into a household that may not have both parents. And both of those parents were also brought into a world that didn't have community, that didn't have this kind of expanded, safe way of living that was extending, them, and they could rely on other people. I know for me personally, I was brought into a household. Yes, my parents were together, but they might as well have been separated. And we did not have any community growing up, no family around, no nothing. So it was all reliant on them, and they were also not brought into communities. So therefore, me growing up in that space, there was, its own set of challenges and own set of things that I had to go through myself. But overall, the environment from a nervous system perspective, our subconscious was triggering that this is not safe. This is not safe to be here. Then you have all of the things when it comes to financial insecurity, or things not working out in whatever's going on at home. Like all of these different things that we all experience in different degrees, they bring us to this realization that it is not safe in this world. And if the world isn't safe, and we are constantly looking outward for safety, because we look for this safety around us. Okay, are these people safe? Is this environment safe? Is this community safe? All of these things are what our subconscious is looking for, because our subconscious is there to protect us. So we have to make this unconscious question of like, is this safe? And if we are constantly looking outward for our own safety, that means that we're not safe in our own body. It means that we're not safe within. And if we are not safe within, then of course we're going to look for it outside of ourselves. And if we are not safe in the world, and family isn't safe, and we think the world is not safe, then we don't feel comfortable. And if we don't feel comfortable, life is challenging, life is scary, and the world is scary. And this is, for many of us, the world that we were brought up in. Now we are going through a big shift in humanity, big shift in consciousness, which is really, really amazing to see. And we are moving towards a more unified world to live in, which is really, really exciting. But we have to be aware of our old programming. And if we are aiming to live in the wish fulfilled and truly embody this level of safety and comfort and, success of whatever thing that we're aiming to bring into reality, then we must feel safe with that. Now, that's not to necessarily say that we have to specifically feel safe with what we are desiring to bring into reality. That's part of it. But more importantly, what we do need to feel safe in is our body, our state of being, who we are. And this comes from working with the inner child. And you may be familiar with this concept, you may be not familiar at all. The inner child is simply that child within you, that's within all of us. We all had a childhood, we all had experiences, we all had things we went through. And it's giving attention and time and energy to that part of ourselves that did not feel safe. Because now, as an adult, as a human being, hopefully I would imagine that you feel safe as a human, as an adult right now. If you don't, then my heart goes out to you. But let's presume that you do. You as a conscious adult right now, it is up to you to reparent that part of yourself to bring an element of safety, a feeling of safety within, so that that part of you that did not feel safe before can feel safe. And that's the beginning. That's the beginning part of it, because you're building a relationship with yourself there. And yeah, you can see this as almost like a separate part of you, like a separate child. Like sometimes I actually visualize my inner child beside me, but it's all one. It's all part of you. And that's been a massive, massive part of my journey, especially when it comes to income, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to just relationships, community, friends, all these different things, because there was many parts of my childhood that were not safe. And it's not that those things were wrong. Those things were all teaching me something. But it is up to me to go back into those moments and to create that safety within, so that life doesn't feel like this scary place. And there's nothing worse than feeling like everything is intimidating. I know for me, the social aspect of life was a very intimidating place, because I would go into scenarios and I would constantly question, are these people safe? Is this environment safe? I wouldn't consciously be asking myself that, but I would be feeling it. I would be feeling on edge around people. I don't know what's this person going to do, what's that person going to do. And that all comes from being in environments that are not safe. It's hard to trust people. And when it's hard to trust people, your heart is closed. Your heart is closed off, which means that it's difficult to connect with people. It's difficult to move forward. And it's incredibly, incredibly difficult to live in the wish fulfilled. Because the wish fulfilled, it's not just a thing that you're trying to bring into reality. It's a state of being. It's an experience. You're not looking for just some more stuff or another person or a lifestyle. You're looking for a state of being. Money equals a state of being of abundance, right? We just correlate the two, but abundance comes from within first. A relationship represents the feeling of love. Well, that love comes from within first. It's all a feeling. So when we can create that feeling in the now, that is living in the wish fulfilled. It's the state of being now, but it comes from creating that safety within first. That's a journey. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it has to take years or months or lifetimes. It can take a decision, but it's up to you, and it's up to your experience, the things that you've been through, of how you navigate that. But that allows you to feel safe at this new level that you're trying to get to. And that's a big part of this. And not just about achieving it, but actually being able to sustainably hold it long term. Because what you do when you do this type of work is you raise your baseline. You raise your baseline for what you receive into your life. And that's a very magical thing. So with all this being said, the lesson here is to create that safety from within first, because then you do not look for it outside of you. You do not look for people to make you feel safe or loved. You do not look for material things to make you feel safe or loved. Instead, you emanate that from within, which means that the world simply just reflects that energy, that frequency, that vibration into the world around you, because you are coming from that state of harmony. And from that place, the world then mirrors that back to you, so that your relationships, your experiences, all of these things in life that you want to bring into reality, they simply just show up because they are mirrors of what's going on within you. Safety is a big part of this, making your subconscious comfortable and safe with that new level that you're looking to get to. This has been Jordan. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you're looking to go deeper into rewiring the nervous system, I'd recommend to check out the video on screen right now. And I'll see you in the next one. Much love.